Hi, this is a video tutorial where I'm going to explain the difference between value types and reference types. At first, we must note that in C# there are two places where an object can be stored. In general, the stock is used to store variables of value type, such as integers, booleans, doubles, etc. And the heap is responsible for storing variables of reference types as string, classes, delegates, and arrays. During this tutorial, you will know what do we mean by value types and reference types and how they're stored in two different memories. Let's say we have two integers, h and g. H equals to 5 and g equals to 9. So when I create those two variables, their value will be automatically stored in the stack. And when I assign g to h, the value of h will change to 9, so we say h copies the data stored in g, and after that, if I wanted to change the value of h again, it won't affect the value of the variable g. Now, let's try the same example, but using strings. Let's say s1 and s2 are strings. When I create them, they both will have some space of memory allocated for them in both the stock and the heap, where the reference of each string is stored in the stack, pointing at their value, which are stored in the heap. Now let's take a break to understand this point. What do I mean by a reference? Well, it's simple. When I create a variable of a reference type, let's take for example string s equals hello, the stack will hold a reference, or we can say an address of that object that we created, and not the value itself. And that address will point at the value we assigned to s, which is stored in the heap. Now let's go back to where we stopped. If I wanted to assign s1 to s2, in the contrary, s2 won't copy the value of s1, but its address will point at the latter's value in the heap. So now if I change s2's value to goodbye, for example, s1's also going to change because they're pointing at the same value. And this is the main difference between value type and reference type and the stock in the heap.